time has arrived. First time in AIW history. It is the Cibernetico de Mayo. Of course, popularized here in the United States, a mainstay in Mexico, popularized in the United States in Chikara. And who better to join me than someone who's very familiar with Chikara?
Event of Cibernetico de Mayo, Winchester, Lakewood, Ohio. Everyone watching at home, are you ready for a fight? Before we begin here are your orders for the teams. First, Team Carrington. Leading off is himself, the team captain, the young trendsetter, the new ball collector, Casey Carrington, the fourth. Going second is excellence personified, Brian Carson. Third, he is your reigning and defending Golden Boot Hawk Division champion, the six-figure man, the Duke. Fourth, his future is too bright. One half of the Bitcoin Boys, Malibu, Eric Taylor. Fifth, the other half of the Bitcoin Boys, the Blonde Blur, Mikey Montgomery. Sixth, he is one half of the AIW Tag Team Champions, PME, Billy Collins. Seventh, the other half of your AIW Tag Team Champions, PME, Marino Tenaglia. And the eighth person in the order of Team Carrington, accompanied in the ring by the final girl, Ziggy Heim. He is the Super Indie Sports Safety, the Ace Chiller, the franchise of AIW, the Neon Tarantino, the Director, Derek Dillinger. And now, your order for Team Garrini. Leading off will be the Weirdster Evan Ambrose. Second, one half of the Rip City Shooters, Maserati Barkley. Third, the other half of the Rip City Shooters, the intense icon, Joshua Bishop. Fourth, he is one half of bulking season, the strongest man in all the land, Arthur McArthur. Fifth, the other half of the bulking season tag team, he is the burger-loving badass, Chuck Stone. Sixth, representing Violence is Forever and East Coast Martial Arts Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he is the team captain, the bone collector, Dominic Garrini. Seventh, he is Chase Oliver. And the final team member in the order, he is AIW's Blue Collar Roller, Kaplan!
Well, as I started to say earlier, of course, the first ever AIW Cibernetico de Mayo, and joining me, somebody familiar with where it was popularized here in the United States in Chikara, in Colin Delaney.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's a lot going on there, a lot of intros there. Steve guy's got to be exhausted.
Well, and real quick, for those of you unfamiliar with the Cibernetico and the rules, yes, it is 2 teams of 8. However, it is not a traditional matchup where you can tag anyone you want. You make a tag. You go through the ropes, over the ropes, between the ropes. under them. Any way you go to the floor, lucha tags are in effect. It is only the next participant on your team, and there you see the first one, Casey Carrington, to the floor, Brian Carson in. Weirdster takes him out. Here comes the Duke. Oh, Duke just steps aside on the wheelbarrow attempt. As I was saying, you have to go in your order.
Yeah, that's what makes a difference, but also here in AIW, we do normal tags, but tonight, in honor of the Cibernetico, we will be doing lucha tags, which means that if one person's feet touch the floor like the Dukes just did, that makes Eric Taylor legal.
Oh, and Eric Taylor in, and Weirdster immediately pulls the weird ball.
And that is why we got a batting order tonight. So eloquently delivered by Steve Guy, so you know what order we're in.
Eric Taylor decides the weird ball is not for him.
Yeah, he just left. Giving his partner a shot at this thing.
Mikey Montgomery trying to find the hole in it.
You know, the weird ball is a British maneuver, and Mikey looked like he was kind of going to go inside. That's an old Johnny Saint thing.
Billy Collins kicking at it. Rolling Weird Body over. Weird Body is just taunting him from the weird ball now.
Yeah, the weird ball's a little different than the traditional British one. It's something all the Weirdsters own, I guess. It's weird. It's weird.
Now Marino in. Marino trying to find the hole in it. Marino rolls him, and Weirdster just rolling clean through. And Weirdster has absolutely confounded Team Carrington with the weird ball.
Yeah, traditional tags do work, y'all. Just so you know. Not just feet on the floor.
You just continuing to roll. Derek Dillinger trying to find an opening. He's looking to speed it up. Maybe he can get the Weirdster dizzy. Maybe he can pry the hands apart even.
So at this point, we've seen the entire batting order for Team Carrington, but only one member of Team Garrini.
Weirdster, the only member. Dillinger
carrying this team right now, carrying this team on his weird shoulders.
And Derek Dillinger's done. He's tagging out.
Here comes the captain, Carrington.
Team Carrington. Casey Carrington charging in, and he tripped by the Weirdster.
Well,
Carrington tagging out to Carson.
Nobody seems to have an answer for this thing.
Listen, Weirdster and Brian Carson came in together, and Carson's caught the submission. Carson caught the submission out of the weird ball.
Somebody's got to find an answer to this thing.
And now we're back around to the Duke. We're on the second rotation through the order.
I mean, I'm not saying that the team's really wearing themselves out, but I mean, we're almost halfway through the batting order a second time for Team Carrington.
And Duke! No! Duke just...
Did you see that, Matt Wadsworth?
Duke just dropping the leg. And Duke now taking over on the Weirdster forearm shot to the back, kick to the midsection. Weirdster rolling to the ropes, and he's going to try to get to the floor.
Smart move by the Duke. Once again, I was going to say, somebody was bound to figure out the answer to the weird ball, and it might as well be the most experienced man in this match, and that is the Duke. And also, super smart. Weird Body was trying to escape the ring, which would have made Wes Barkley legal, and the Duke did not let him. This is absolutely the Duke's first Cibernetico match. I don't even have to look it up. It definitely is, but he's done his homework.
Well, and one thing I'll also point out, Jay Clemens was quick to point out, his partners on the floor went to prevent the Weirdster from rolling to the floor. Clemens immediately chastised them. Folks, you may not be used to it here in AIW, but disqualifications are absolutely in play in a Cibernetico. You can be disqualified and eliminated from your team.
Yes.
Billy Collins tagged in now, the teamwork between the Bitcoin Boys and PME, and that's unique in this matchup too, is, let's not forget, there's some bad blood there even.
So far, I would say that I'm very impressed by both teams. It seems they both came in with a bit of a strategy, you know what I'm saying? Weird Body came in trying to use the weird ball, keeping his team on the sideline, keeping them fresh. And then the Duke, knowing the rules very well, not letting his guy out, breaking the weird ball. So far, very impressed by both teams. But once again, only one member of Team Garrini has yet to touch this match.
Well, and I'll point out, too, something that Weirdster figured out, despite, as you said about the Duke, definitely his first Cibernetico. You don't have to roll to your team's side. As soon as your feet hit the floor, your partner is legal in this matchup. Whoever is on deck, whoever's on that apron.
And Wes Barkley knows that. You can tell Wes knows it. He was waiting for it. Wes was 1 foot in when Weird Body was on his way out. And yes, once again, tags are legal.
Dillinger with that crossface, though, just to stop any attempt from the Weirdster.
No matter if it's escape or tag, Evan needs out of here, and he needs out of here bad.
And again, Dillinger with high elevation on that elbow drop.
At this point, though, if you're Team Carrington, you need to start doing something to maybe eliminate Weird Body. You need to eliminate the Weirdster as fast as you can. Get the advantage to your team's side. You know? Like, they are expelling energy, putting this beat down on the Weirdster.
And that is another unique aspect to the Cibernetico. Listen, these matches aren't short ones. You're not going to see a quick, clean sweep, but right now the spin by Dillinger on the Weirdster just throws him.
But once again, think about all the energy that is being expelled by Team Carrington, and only one person has touched the match for Team Garrini. This may turn out to be a mistake. It seems like...
Hey, you people like Weird Body, huh? You like Weird Body, huh? Oh, wait. Or do you like Dominic Garrini? Is that what you want?
Carrington
I
just
bet you want to see
taunting.
Dominic Garrini punch me right in the face, huh?
Carrington taunting the crowd, taunting Garrini. Scoop and a slam out of Carrington.
I'm going to show you how the real bone collector does it, pussy!
And Carrington. Weirdster's up! Weirdster kicked to the midsection! Weirdster with a stunner!
His feet have to touch the floor. There you go.
There it is, Carson in. Weirdster was trying to gather himself and wasn't able to. And Carson with a backbreaker on the Weirdster makes the cover, hook and leg, 2, 3, and there it is, your first elimination.
Wow. By the way, a rule of...
Now wait a second, Carson playing to the crowd, and there goes Carson.
Ryan Carson has been eliminated.
I was going to say a rule of this match is not that you're allowed to just grab the microphone at any time. There's a lot of weird rules, and I know that, you know,
wait one second.
Here we go.
Breaking loose. The Weirdster is out. The Carson's out.
The benches have cleared. Wadsworth.
Down in there, you see all the referees. See Nick Brown in there. Tom Dunn in there, Porter O'Shea, they're trying to restore order along with Jay Clemens.
We got reps, we got security, we got a Donnybrook. This thing broke down fast.
Alan, I'm sorry. Wadsworth, I'm following an injunction. I was not ready. I was like Baker Mayfield out there and playing hurt. We expect a letter from my lawyer.
We even see some of the students in there.
It did not.
And that's exactly, Clemens just putting order down. He says he'll disqualify an entire team if he's got to.
It did not take long for this thing to break down. But either way, we are down to 7-on-7, Wadsworth.
Well, and Garrini is definitely the smart one in this one. Carrington, one captain, is out on the floor while his team's getting threatened with disqualification. Meanwhile, Garrini is actually calming his team and talking them out of the ring.
So in batting order, we're looking at Wes Barkley still legal, and who is legal for Team Carrington? The Duke?
It would be the Duke that was number 3 following Carson.
Let's get this thing reset. Let's go, boys.
This crowd.
Yeah, please, Steve Guy, take that microphone far away.
Carson.
Have we ever had a Wes Barkley Duke match?
I don't know that we've ever seen them one-on-one. They may have been, I know they've been on the same team in the past.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about this Cibernetico. It may look like it's 8-on-8, but essentially it's a number of singles matches all rolled into one with eliminations and such. So we are going to see some very interesting pairings in this. I'm excited to see.
Well, and you can come down to a matchup that is one-on-one in the end, and it could be two guys who have been working together this entire time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the crux of this whole thing. If one team gets eliminated and there's 3 guys left, those 3 guys got to duke it out. No pun intended.
Well, indeed, you bring up a very good point. That should we have multiple members of a team left, they will fight amongst themselves.
Yeah, there can only be one winner of a Cibernetico.
Now Duke sizing up Barkley in the corner.
Frankly, I am impressed with the Duke. I didn't think, a guy like him would know what was going on in one of these, but he's clearly done his homework.
Listen, if there is one thing we know about the Duke, is that he studies every rule in the book for every match, because that's the only way he knows where the loopholes are and how to bend them.
Yeah, you know what? It's not a bad idea, especially in something like this. This crowd, WrestleMania, is running wild up in here.
Now waiting for the Duke to come out. Winding up, and Duke with the thumb to the eyes and makes the tag to Eric Taylor. And Taylor in. Arm drag from Wes.
Wes Barkley may be playing a little bit of possum, maybe acting like that got him a little deeper than it did. Uh-oh, here we go.
And here comes the intense icon, Joshua Bishop in.
And once again, this is the first time we've seen Josh Bishop in this match. This match has been going a minute here, and we've seen every member of Team Carrington at this point, what, twice?
Multiple times indeed.
Some 3?
I think we're 3rd time through their order. Bishop just giving Taylor the open shot. He says, well, turnabout's only fair. Oh no, he's gonna give him another shot.
Josh Bishop is a tank.
And Taylor is hurting his hand.
Good gravy.
Taylor out of the ring, and Bishop just waiting for Mikey Montgomery. Taylor tried to head to the locker room after that one.
I think he can give up. I'm not sure that's, I think he can do it. I think if Eric Taylor wants to give up.
Dead lift of Mikey Montgomery by Bishop.
At this point, if Josh Bishop runs through Team Carrington by himself, this building would not be surprised.
Well, and let's face it, if he did it, you'd end up with, 7 guys fighting it out on one team over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Bishop moving to the next one in the order, bring it in, Arthur McArthur. Arthur looking. Mikey with the full Nelson.
Oh, a little flex.
Full Nelson, it's some jumping jacks just breaking free of the full Nelson. Oh, but an air clap.
I'll be honest, I've never seen a full Nelson escape like that.
So Arthur McArthur is anything but orthodox.
That's really great now, but...
Scoop on Mikey, head of steam!
I'm going to be honest with you, as a human being who's been in there a couple times, the spin had to be the worst part of that.
Ducks the clothesline attempt, coming out with the kick.
Wow, big thrust kick from Artie.
And Dillinger wisely calling it out over there, calling Mikey to get out of the ring. What? And a monkey flip into the senton on a bulking season.
First bit of real good teamwork out of this thing is from bulking season of all people.
Headbutt from Chuck drops Philly. Philly to his feet. I thought maybe he might go to the floor, but I don't think he had the wherewithal to do it. He's out of the way on that one. Philly coming in. Chuck is ready for him.
Steve Guy talked earlier about Derek Dillinger being underrated, but let me tell you, Chuck Stone, criminally underrated.
Now Marino in, the tag made to bring Dom in. And I mean, you were talking about it earlier. This is the first time we're seeing Dominic Garrini in this matchup now.
First time we're seeing team captain Dominic Garrini.
Team Garrini has members that haven't even been in this matchup, while we're on the third and fourth times we're seeing some of Team Carrington. Definitely different strategies in this one.
Yeah, the strategy for Team Garrini seemed to be almost, I don't want to say the Weirdster was a sacrificial lamb, but he really did his job. I mean, he's not in the match anymore. He's not going to win this thing, but if Team Garrini wins, the Weirdster might wind up being MVP.
And there you see the teamwork. Dom keeps Marino in the corner, makes the tag to Chase Oliver. Oliver in, looking for that Death Valley driver into the corner. Marino rolls him up, only a 1 count. Chase up and over, Marino up and over. Chase between the legs with the pass now. Lucha pass. Marino over, leapfrog from Chase. Chase rolled back over. Marino looking for the kick. Chase underneath. Chase rolls him up. Shoulders down, 2 count. Deep arm drag on Marino, and a second one just snapping Marino around. Kick to the midsection. Chase sends Marino into the corner, diving in. Nobody home. Marino with the forearm shot.
Wow, incredible exchange from Marino and Chase Oliver. And once again, this is 2 guys who you wouldn't necessarily see one-on-one in an AIW ring, but we're getting it.
And Chase, series of kicks, sweeps the leg. Red Star press, 2, Marino's out.
If that's what we would get out of these 2 in a singles match, give it to me. Inject it into my veins.
Marino to the floor.
Marino, don't bump this table. I got a beer on here. It's Cinco de Mayo, brother.
Dillinger's baiting Chase in. Chase Oliver, Tope Call Hero. But Chase Oliver just tagged himself out of the match. Chase Oliver trying to get back in. But once he hit the floor, he goes to the back of his order.
That's a tag. That's a tag. Hey, he did what he had to do. I mean, if I'm looking at both teams, strategy-wise, this is the first time the last member of Team Garrini has made it in, and it's Kaplan.
Kaplan, you want to talk about hitting cleanup? He's swinging for the fences with every bit.
There's so much strategy that goes into these matches that people don't understand. And I love to see that both teams seem to do their homework and kind of, take different strategy and different ways to potentially win this thing.
Well,
here we go. Here we go.
Wait a second.
Oh, Ziggy. Not him.
But Ziggy.
He will hit you. He'll hit you.
But it gave Dillinger the opening he needed. Pair of right hands, but Kaplan's still standing. Kaplan swinging low kick to the midsection on Dillinger. And just scooping Dillinger up. Fallaway slam, and Derek is not a small man. Carrington in, and he eats a spinning back elbow from Kaplan.
Kaplan's on a roll. Speaking of roll.
Oh! Wait a second, Duke. And that's it right there, Duke.
Turn around, Kaplan.
Duke knew Carrington would roll to the floor, and he was halfway in that ring already.
Yeah, Team Carrington's strategy is just, as soon as you're in trouble, get out of the ring. And it's a smart strategy in a match like this. Honestly, a very smart strategy.
Well, like we said, we're used to. I think especially these guys that are in teams are used to having to fight their way to their corner, used to having to work to get there. You don't have to do that in this matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
You get laid out, you just get to the floor as soon as you can. And Kaplan just forced the tag, but there's Kaplan's pulled out. So now we're to Eric Taylor and Wes Barkley.
An odd decision by Kaplan, but a smart move by the Duke to pull him over with him.
Wes just spiking Taylor. Inverted DDT cover, only a 1 count.
Wes Barkley confused by that 1 count. It's a 1, brother, any way you slice it.
And now the Rip City Shooter showing some teamwork.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, a little strut, a little strut. A little strut from West Maserati.
The shot right behind the ear by Joshua Bishop.
I tell you what, the first time Josh Bishop got this match, he did a lot of damage.
And Eric Taylor tried to invoke the strategy and get to the floor. Bishop just grabbed him by his tights and pulled him back in.
I'll be honest, if I was in that lineup and Josh Bishop got in, I'd be hitting the floor pretty quick too, my man. I would be hitting the floor pretty quick too. Come on, Mikey, you're legal. You want Artie? Yeah, I would too, man, but that's not how this works.
You don't have to play all your shots in this one.
All right, all right. Seriously though, there is a lot of members of Team Garrini that have seen the ring for not that long. A lot of rested members of Team Garrini already at this point in the match.
What? He just called the entire team to get the dumbbell. Bishop. And Josh Bishop can't even lift the dumbbell. Is this thing like Molnar?
What is this?
Is Arthur McArthur the only one who's worthy? Wait, oh. There you go. It took the entirety, well, except Kaplan. Kaplan said, screw this.
Kaplan ain't never lifted nothing. He don't got to lift nothing. He's lifted some boards and a nail gun. Well, there goes 4 boards in the middle of the ring.
Mikey warming himself up. Mikey warming himself up. Mikey. Oh! He budged it for a second there.
I'm not. Don't encourage this, Winchester. He's
Mikey
never
going for it. Mikey going for it. Arthur giving him a spot. Arthur gave him a spot. He got it up. Mikey got it up. He's got it and oh! And wait, Mikey Montgomery. Mikey Montgomery stuck on the mat. He's got a hold of that dumbbell. The dumbbell was stuck. His hands were stuck under the dumbbell.
Nobody ever accused Mikey Montgomery of being smart, let's be honest.
Now there's the dumbbell laid out, but Billy Collins takes the opportunity to get an advantage on Arthur McArthur.
Yeah, enough of the shenanigans. Philly ain't playing this game no more.
Oh, and neither is Artie. Oh, right to the eyes.
I hate to say they learned it from me, but Billy Collins may have taken that straight from the To Infinity playbook.
Well, of course, you guys are very familiar with Phil and Marino experience.
I'll be honest, in recent times, I see a lot of me and Cheech in these boys.
And there's blind tag, PME, and Sunset Dreams! Sunset Dreams on Arthur McArthur rolls it over 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Arthur McArthur has been eliminated.
Marino's got to keep his eyes up, though. You can't celebrate. You can't celebrate in this.
Oh, but he heads to the floor. Here comes Derek. And, oh, black hole slam. Casey headed out.
Jay Clemens has to keep his eyes on this stuff, though, until they touch the ground.
And Duke.
No one else is legal.
Duke's not technically out. I don't think Duke technically hit the floor.
He is now, but that's what I'm saying.
Now?
Jay Clemens really, it's a big task, but he really needs to keep his eyes up because guys are coming in before the other feet touch the ground. He's got to make sure he's keeping on top of this.
And there's a tag. Double drop kick. But Chuck Stone just eats it.
Holy smokes, Chuck Stone.
Colin, you called Chuck Stone underrated earlier. I just want to add to this.
that I constantly run into the father of one of his friends, who he's known for years. Carson, so underrated, the father still calls him Charlie Strong, doesn't know his name.
Wow. Some inside the sports here.
Well, and there's Marino's the legal man. But he suckers Stone in. Drops him throat first. But Chuck caught him in. Oh, wait a second. Wait, Philly's got the feet. Philly Collins grabbed the feet and hooked him.
Stone has been eliminated.
And that is 2 eliminations for Marino Tenaglia. That is big.
And,
Schoolyard trip by Garrini and a head kick.
just laying Marino out.
Once again, you cannot celebrate. You cannot take that second you have to keep your eyes up. After you eliminate somebody, you turn your head. Someone's coming for you. You got to know that. So that's something that both teams have had a little bit of trouble with so far. And hopefully everyone on the outside is watching, Dom
right back at Derek with a chop of his own. Two of them just exchanging chops. And he touches that, coming back with the overhand chop on Dillinger. Oh, Dillinger! Wait a second. Dillinger tagged himself out,
man, and
that put Carrington in there with Garrini.
And Steve Guy called that guy underrated? Wow, Carrington's next in line, and he's going in. He's going hard.
And Garrini just ate every one of them. Open hand shot behind the ear.
Good golly. These two don't like each other, and Garini's trying to teach him a lesson.
Carrington underneath. Carrington looking for the backslide. Oh, bicycle knee. And Falcon arrow out of Carrington. Carrington hooks the leg too. No!
Wow! I thought we almost had an elimination. Captain on captain. I can't believe that. This is Casey Carrington's really showing me something here, man.
Carrington going for that choke. He says he's the real bone collector, but
yeah,
Dom. Oh!
Just as I compliment Carrington, he does something so stupid I never want to compliment him again.
Gets backed into the corner. Gamagiri out of Dom.
Brainbuster.
Brainbuster.
Nasty brainbuster, too. Garini's hooking him up.
Oh,
the armbar.
There's the Mighty Mouse.
One way or another, Wadsworth, it looks like we are about to see a captain elimination. Unless one of these guys gets out of the match, Carrington's got a dip. He's staying in there.
And Garrini making every bit of that counter. Oh, thumb to the eyes. And wait.
He's done.
Carrington just. Carrington.
Wow. Casey Carrington has been disqualified by referee Jake Clemens and is therefore eliminated.
Carrington just got himself intentionally disqualified, I think.
Casey Carrington calling his shot.
I'm going to gauntlet for the gold. I'm entering the Rumble, and I'm winning the whole fucking thing.
Not a Rumble, it's a gauntlet for the gold. That's the name of it. Kid ain't very smart, huh? Well, either way.
Duke has just been named new captain. He's got an armband and everything. Did he just have that waiting just in case?
Hey, listen, if in a baseball, if you're watching baseball and the manager gets tossed, they don't just say there's no manager. The next guy up is the manager, I guess. So that's what they're doing on this team. Still, I think this is all strategy by Team Carrington. They know that Garini's the captain. He's one of the strongest members. Get him in a bad position early, Well, if you can get rid of Garrini, this team is in a much worse shape.
Well, and you see teamwork now out of Team Carrington. Quick exchanges, kicks in the corner on Garrini. And here's the thing, even with that elimination, Team Carrington still has a 6-on-5 advantage right now.
Oh yeah, they're still up. And I feel like, and you might know this better than me, there was a Survivor Series back in the day where Andre the Giant got eliminated for choking somebody, just choking them until he got disqualified. And that put the other team at a disadvantage because that took them down too. So,
absolutely. That low blow, I see absolutely what you're getting at.
It's strategy. It really is strategy. Both teams have a very distinct but different strategy, and it's interesting to see them both play out.
It's a menace.
Well,
finally, Jake Clemens gets in between here. Finally.
But Philly Collins using it to choke Dom in the corner.
Good. Golly. Mikey with a little ankle twist there for good measure. Chase Oliver trying to rally the troops, trying to rally the AIW faithful. Behind Dominic Garrini.
And Garrini hasn't moved from that corner since Carrington.
Listen, watch as Team Carrington is kind of running out of steam.
And Dom was out on one. Full Nelson since Jen.
Team Carrington has regularly been wasting energy, though, it seems. You know, we've seen, how many times have we seen, oh no!
Oh, just throwing Dillinger with the German suplex. And Dom gets over to Chase. Dom makes the tag, Chase up and over, hits the second rope, diving Rana. And Dillinger, I thought for a second was gonna roll to the floor, instead he rolls to his feet. Oliver with a huge drop kick in the corner.
Chase Oliver is perpetual motion here.
It's up top. Sizing up Dillinger, huge frog splash. Now wait a second, Ziggy Heim.
Hold on, Duke's got the boot.
Oh, Duke with the boot shot. And Derek.
Whoa, whoa.
And just like that,
has been eliminated.
Derek Dillinger's feet never touch the ground. That is not a legal tag.
Just like that, here comes Kaplan in with a big lariat attempt. Duke, though, is ready for him.
Here's that Duke Kaplan match we've all been waiting for our entire lives.
Well, we were supposed to get it one of the last times we were here. And that's exactly what Duke tried to avoid.
Yeah, I believe that. And now Duke is in no man's land. This is what Team Garrini needs to do. They need to cut the ring in half. I mean, well, I said earlier.
Oh, huge power slam by Kaplan.
That might have been one of the craziest power slams I ever saw.
And senton from Kaplan.
Duke is in a lot of trouble. Duke's got to go.
But Kaplan doesn't follow up. He knew Duke was going to head to the floor, and he just waited for Eric Taylor. Kaplan just ate every single one of those, and I think he just chopped him right in the jaw.
Duke's got to get these Bitcoin boys in the gym.
They're looking for the deadlift. Just spiking Taylor, but one more time. Kaplan couldn't follow up. Taylor rolled to the floor, Mikey Montgomery, and here's the thing about this numbers advantage for Team Carrington at this point, is Eric's got all kinds of time now to recover.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to need it. But look at the teamwork from PME and the Bitcoin boys. We had Mikey Philly. Trouble in paradise from Marino. I can tell you firsthand, that thing does not feel good.
But here's the thing about that strategy and the way they just worked, where they all ran through Kaplan. I said Eric Taylor had all the time in the world. Eric Taylor's now in the hole. Duke is on deck. Eric Taylor's next.
Kaplan goes neck first in the bottom turnbuckle.
Oh, those knees in the corner, and it may not matter. Dillinger pulls Kaplan out, 2, 3.
But once again, turn your head. Turn your head. You can't celebrate victories in a Cibernetico.
Well, and I don't think it was even a matter of celebrating victory. Oh, Derek right on top of Wes as he hit the ropes. I was just saying, I don't think it was a matter of celebrating. Wes knew the pin was coming, and he was getting ready. Once that hand hit 3, he was in the ring.
Yeah, so we got the Rip City Shooters, and we got Dom Garrini left on this team. And Billy, Marino, both Bitcoin boys, Duke and Derek, still on Team Carrington.
Team Carrington is just missing Captain Casey Carrington and Brian Carson at this point.
Yeah. I don't think you can count Team Garrini out of this thing yet.
Well, listen, if you're going to be down to 3.
But what an interesting moment it would be if we did draw Team Garrini down to 0 and 6 of these guys left having to duke it out.
Well, and then you got to think Derek Dillinger's at a huge disadvantage at that point because you've got PME, you've got Duke and the Bitcoin boys all known to work together.
Yeah, so that's another part of the strategy that a lot of people don't think about. So they're all thinking about how do you beat the other team. But hey, what happens if you have to beat your own team? What happens if you're Batman and you got to take out the Justice League?
Well, there's a fist drop from Duke, covers Barkley, only a 2 count.
Man, Wes needs to stay in this and needs to stay it bad.
I mean, at this point, you need any momentum you can get if you're Team Garrini. It has just been elimination after elimination on their side.
This team is cheering on Maserati Wes.
I mean, Carson was the second man out. Carrington wasn't far behind him, getting himself intentionally disqualified. And it's nothing but eliminations of Garini's team.
Sunset flip, only a 2. Man, Wes Barkley showing life, though. He's not out of this thing. Once again, like we discussed earlier, Team Garrini in this ring significantly less than Team Carrington. That may prove to be the difference here. Josh Bishop, clean as a whistle right now. Josh Bishop, I don't think, has taken a piece of offense from somebody.
Well, he has not, but both of his teammates at this point have taken significant beatings from Team Carrington.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, everybody in the lineup on Team Carrington has been in this ring 6, 7 times at this point. 6 or 7. I think Josh Bishop has been in there twice and not taken a lick of offense. So, you know, it may not seem like much, but it could be the difference.
Wes made a dive for Bishop. Mikey just grabbed the leg.
Look at the Bitcoin boys and PME working together. Interesting.
I mean, these teams, it wasn't long ago that we had that 4-way where the Bitcoin boys thought maybe they should have been new AIW Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I think the Bitcoin boys see PME and they think we could be that. We could be next. It hasn't materialized, and in this match though, they are maybe learning a couple things from the current AIW Tag Team Champions, the Philly Marino Experience.
Philly, it's Wes up to his feet, scoops him up, and a big slam. You'll notice he turns away from the corner. Because as long as they can keep him away from the ropes and away from his own corner, there is nothing Team Garrini can do.
I hate to say it, and it seems cowardly, but Wes has got to take a little bit of whatever from Team Carrington and just get out of the ring. Just get out, man.
That is at this point. We saw him lunge for the tag to Bishop, but he just needed to get under the ropes somewhere.
It seems like the cowardly thing to do, I suppose, but it's not, man. It's not. It's how these things work.
And Derek just choking Barkley.
Man, Wes really has got to do something to get out of this match. Got to. At this point, we were down through it. 3 on 6. Small package.
Small package attempt, but the shoulders aren't down.
But shoulders down.
Again, Wes, just get to the corner.
I'm going to make a prediction here, Wadsworth. I'm going to say that Derek Dillinger regrets that right there, slapping Josh Bishop in the face. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I have this sneaking suspicion he will regret that. The Duke, though, looking at the lineups for these 2 matches going into it, I thought, I mean, you know, a lot of these guys probably do their research, probably get all into this. The Duke, though, I don't know. There's a reason, though, he was first pick, and I see it now. He's smarter than everybody.
Now listen, there isn't much I'll give due credit for, but you are absolutely right. He is definitely, as I said, someone who's going to study every rule book there is simply so he knows the loophole. Listen, there's a classic story about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant went out and got his hands on the referee's instruction book for basketball, and he studied it cover to cover, so he knew every time there would be a blind spot for the referees and what he could get away with. That's exactly the kind of thing you would see out of the Duke.
Well, this is the one and only time we will ever compare the Duke to Kobe Bryant. But here we go!
Wes is getting those big right hands on Mikey, but Mikey right to the eye.
Wes has got to get out of there, man.
Hey, Wes down. Oh, he got down away from Mikey. Mikey with the back elbow. Mikey up to the second rope. Wes catches him. Maserati driver! Maserati driver, 2-3! Mikey's gone! But only Philly immediately.
What a, wow.
We were just looking for Wes to get out of there. We were looking for him to make the tag.
Right. I thought Wes just needs to get out of there. I did not think Maserati Wes was due for an elimination.
Cross body on Philly. Get to the floor.
He might be due for 2 if he keeps at it.
There's Marino diving in. There's the tag, but Clemens was keeping Marino out of the ring.
Wow. And that is tag team smarts. I said earlier that this is like a bunch of small singles matches, but Philly Marino experience just showed you what their tag team experience can do in a match like a Cibernetico.
And Philly just standing over Barkley, taunting him. Drops the elbow, makes the cover, 2 count only.
Man. If I'm Team Carrington, I mean, yeah, you got to do your best to take Wes out, but man.
Enzo Gary, and you got to think, you raise a very good point.
Wes might be the guy you want to keep in there. Wes is full of piss and vinegar. Wes is full of fight, but oh, let's go.
No doubt on that one. Bishop is in, just dropping Marino.
Run, Marino, for the love of Jesus.
He catches Dillinger, suplex.
Bishop's got to get his head straight here. He let Dillinger out.
But here's the thing, I was gonna say, I'm gonna give credit to Bishop. Well, up until this moment, I was set to give Bishop credit that when he saw someone heading for the ropes, he immediately got his head around to the other corner. But Black Hole Slam, there goes Eric Taylor.
Here's what I'll say. It seems like the one person in this match that's not really worried about strategy is Josh Bishop. He's worried about brute force, and maybe that'll get you so far. But big man, you got to think about the rules of this thing, man. If you thought a little bit more about this, I think you could be wiping the floor with this team. He let 2 guys get out of the ring. Let them get out of the ring.
Oh, wait a second. He's got Philly up. And Bishop bomb! 1, 2, 3. And Joshua Bishop is just mowing through Team Carrington.
Wow. That's all they had to do. They had to get the big man in. Like I said earlier, though, he hasn't been in much. He hasn't taken almost any damage. He's the cleanest man in this match. Easy the cleanest man in this match.
And just like that, we're down to 3 on 3. It wasn't long ago.
That's how quick things can change in matches like this. That's how fast.
Wasn't long ago, we were looking at a 6 on 3 advantage. There's a chop block, though. There's Derek in with the kick to the head. Now throwing vicious cross faces on Bishop. Big splash on a Dillinger. Big senton on a Dillinger.
I'll be honest, if Josh Bishop wasn't chewing gum, I think when Derek kicked him, he might have lost a tooth.
And Dillinger looking to ground Bishop, looking to end that momentum.
He can't just sit on him though. Once again, we talked about it earlier, Bishop is the freshest man in this match, and he's also the biggest man in this match.
Thumb to the eye, backing him into the corner.
If I'm
Now, Dillinger, up and over the top. I thought he was going to take Bishop with him, but
so did I. That would have been a bad move. Duke driver, no!
But he brings it back in. Duke driver! Duke driver, 1, 2, 3!
Are you kidding me?
Joshua Bishop has been eliminated.
The Duke just eliminated Joshua Bishop.
The cleanest man in this match. Wow, I'll be honest, things do not look good for Team Garrini. And you see Dom put that mouth guard in. He knows what he's got to do. He's team captain. He's team captain. He knows what he's got to do.
Listen, and he's shown a little respect right there to Bishop. Letting him know.
3-on-2's not that bad. 3-on-2's not that bad, but I really thought Bishop was their ace in the hole. Bishop took 3 guys out by himself, but now he's gone.
Well, and Wes called out Marino and Tenaglia.
Wow. I bet it's a hair thing.
Well, it's also a matter of those tag team titles and wanting them back.
Not for nothing, but look at Marino. He looks like he hasn't even been in this thing. He is dry as a bone.
Throwing up that Long Island, the LI, representing Cardona, and of course Cardona, the one that cut the hair. Oh, there's one more time to the eyes. You want to talk about a strategy? Oh, Itsugiri hits!
Ducks the kick, one of his own. Here we go, Wes.
And the K-Dog!
Let's go! Sumos, unos, vatos, locos, forever!
Let's Maserati driver! Maserati driver, 1, 2! No! Are you kidding me? Marino out of the Maserati driver!
Something about Conan offense on Cinco de Mayo just feels right. Here we go, Wes, going for the stroke.
Oh, Marino hooks that top rope. Oh, Marino with the side kick, side of the head. That time the kick doesn't miss.
Gets him with that kick. Pin him.
No, wait.
What's he doing?
Oh.
This could be a mistake. Marino sees the 3-2 advantage, I think, and he's getting a little cocky about it. This is a mistake.
This is a mistake. Was looking for radio silence. Wes got out of the way. Wes takes the stroke. 1, 2, 3.
2-on-2. 2-on-2.
Marino Tenaglia has been eliminated.
Come on, let's go.
Well, Wes, I think the adrenaline wore off for a second there. So he took a minute to get off of Marino.
I mean, I don't think Wes has anything left in the tank. The best thing he can do, though, is make Derek and Duke waste as much energy as they can in here. Let Dom regain a little bit of his energy. Let him finish this off for him. Another K-Dog, let's go!
Underneath, though, Derek saw it coming and runs him into the turnbuckle. Back elbow by Wes. He's on his way out. Derek catches him.
Man. Wes, much like the Weirdster earlier, kind of taking one for the team here, you know. All fight, all heart, not letting anything, you know, like making them waste their energy on him. If he gets eliminated, I feel like he's fine with it.
A second, looking for a razor's edge out of the corner. Ziggy tried to get involved. Lucky for them, they didn't. But oh!
This is part of what took big man Kaplan out. And there it is. This could be it for Wes. This could be it for Wes. 1, 2, 3. No. All right. He fought valiantly. He did what he could, Wadsworth.
Has been eliminated.
He did what he could. He gave Dom, I feel like he gave Dom ample time.
Is down to its final member.
He gave
Dominic.
He gave Dom ample time to gain back some strength, some energy.
And Garrini's in. He's
2-on-1, unenviable. But Derek, Dillinger, and Duke have been in this match 8, 9 more times than Dom. They have. They've expelled a lot of energy, and whether that energy was taking blows or giving blows, it's still energy exerted, okay? Okay. Dom's back. Oh!
Right between the shoulder blades.
Derek might tap out just from getting kicked. I would. Okay, I wouldn't, but
I don't know, kick like that.
A guy like Derek would. Look at him.
Ducks the right hand. Derek comes back with one of his own. Now whip across.
At this point, you got to throw it all out the window. This match has been a lot of strategy from both teams, and I've loved to see it. But at this point, you got 2-on-1. Strategy out the window, boys. Strategy out the window. You got a 2-way advantage.
Duke just tagged himself in. Derek was looking to follow up with that moonsault. Duke tagged himself in.
Listen, if you're Derek or you're Duke, once again, you got to think about the fact that if you eliminate Dom, it's the two of you. You have to fight each other to the finish. If I'm Duke, I think this is a dumb move by Duke. This is the first time I'm going to say it all match, because Duke seemed like the smartest man in this thing until right now, when he puts himself in there when he doesn't need to be. You let Derek do all the work. You let Derek eliminate Dom Garrini, and then you come in and pick the bones after he's used all his energy up. I don't know about this at all.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Duke saw a moment to be the one to eliminate Dominic Garrini, the team captain of the other team, and he wanted that glory.
Duke's ego and his hubris is really going to be what cost him in the end on this thing. And he may wind up not even having to worry about Derek.
Dom! Death Valley driver on the Duke! Cover, hook the leg too. No! Duke gets the shoulder up.
Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave, Dom.
And
come on, no.
You saw. Dillinger in now.
I said strategy out the window, but I was more implying the Dillinger-Duke team. Dom still has to employ a little bit of strategy. He cannot let Duke just leave the ring like that. You just hit a big Death Valley driver. You have to keep him in there.
Now Dillinger bringing the Duke back in.
Yeah, this is smart by Dillinger, I'll be honest with you. I think Dillinger was upset when he got tagged out earlier because he thought he could finish him, but sees what it is. You know, stood on the apron and saw what it is. Let Duke do all the work, and then come pick the bones. It's a smart decision by Dillinger.
Duke with the big slam, and now he's headed up. Looking for that Duke bomb. Dom, though. Dom ducks under. Dom's got that wrist and that elbow isolated. Duke taps.
The Duke has been eliminated.
Go, Derek!
We are down to our final 2 competitors in the entire matchup. Dominic Garrini and Derek Dillinger.
Dillinger and Garrini.
Derek needs to capitalize.
One of them will be the winner of the first ever AIW Cibernetico.
Man. I don't know about this decision by Derek. Once again, pride can be a real son of a bitch. And I think Derek's pride is about to get the best of him here. He should have capitalized. He should have jumped on Dom the second Duke tap. The second. But he didn't. And here's what we get.
Pulling down the singlet, so there's nothing waiting. The two of them exchanging knife edge chops. And a little bit of an interesting footnote on this one. Oh. These two guys maybe haven't faced each other in the ring a ton here at AIW, but are extremely familiar with each other, as Derek Dillinger and Dominic Garrini are basically our 2 head trainers at the AIW Academy.
Wasn't there didn't one of them eliminate the other from the Chandler Biggins Cup? Was there something? I feel like there's something behind this.
Well, I think you've got the 2 head trainers. We did see Derek in there earlier with Wes Barkley, which was the finals of the Chandler Biggins Memorial Tournament.
Hockey fight! Hockey fight!
Just both of them with the collar tied.
They look exhausted. They look exhausted.
Up with the knife edge chops. Derek
chops.
firing right back. And listen,
The chops, they make big noise, but they are one of the most exhausting things. Oh, they take all the wind out of you.
listen, Derek came up short in that Chandler Biggins Memorial Tournament. He missed out on getting that win. Lost it out to Wes Barkley. And you've got to think he wants to get the win here. But Dom was ready for it. You got to think it would be a huge win for Derek. But right now he is just eating.
Kawada kicks. I don't. Derek's out on his feet.
Boom, just exchanging those open hand shots. Listen, Dillinger would love, in the end, as I said.
If either of you can hear the sound of my voice, this match is not till the death. It's till one of you pins the other one. For the love of Jesus.
As I said, those two, Dillinger and Dom, really head trainers at our AIW Academy, but Derek has been quick to point out in the past that Dom is the one that gets all the credit for all the students coming out of the AIW Academy. I mean, you always hear about what a good job Dom did.
Listen, if neither of them can get up, Ziggy Haim wins this match somehow, and we're just all going to live with it. Because at this point, I'm not sure either man's going to get up. What more do they have to give? What more do they have to do? Dom trying to rally the troops, but probably more trying to rally himself up to his feet, you know what I'm saying?
Derek to his feet first.
Ziggy, get your mans.
Derek in, but Dom catches him coming in.
Good golly.
Looks for the head kick. Derek underneath. Derek up with the throat thrust. There's that sunset flip driver into the corner.
This has taken out two people today. Oh, they're about to see a third.
And it was dead on point. You saw the head snap back. There's the cover. No! Dom's out and Dom switching into a triangle.
He's got the ropes. He's got the ropes. In Cibernetico's rope breaks do still exist. There's no countouts, but there are rope breaks.
Indeed.
Derek wisely, he knew where he was. Grabbed the ropes.
Dom got that triangle choke in.
Dom, you just saw he took that sunset bomb to the corner. He took the double knees. That's taking out two people. He got that submission by luck of positioning. But that might be all he's got left.
No, I don't know. He was up fireman scary position. He jumps in the back. He jumped the back, jumped that rear naked choke. Oh, Derek just throwing all of his body weight backwards.
Taz and Bam Bam. If this ring was higher, they'd have gone through it. I just can't. I don't know. What is one of these men going to have to do to finish this thing? It seems like both of them have just put everything they had. Dom put that triangle choke on, which he eliminated Duke with. Derek hit the sunset bomb and those double knees, which he eliminated two people with, and it's still not enough.
All setting up. Derek had that cravat in. We've seen that cravat driver that he's hit before. Spinal tap, kick to the chest, kick to the face. Now,
if he can hit this,
stump puller pile driver. But Dom needs to roll him. Dom needs to get him on his back.
Derek's out.
Derek's got him. He's got the leg hook.
Game
He's got
over.
a grapevine now.
Are you kidding me? I was just talking about it, but you've got to think that these guys have to be thinking the same thing. Dom has to be thinking right now, what do I have to do? Literally, what do I have to do?
Just stomping down on the sternum. Gets him isolated, looking for the armbar.
Go for it again. He got out of it once. Can he get out of it again? Check his He's out!
Dillinger's out!
Dillinger's out!
Here's the winner of the Cibernetico, Dominic Garrini.
Unbelievable. Do you have a time on this thing, Wadsworth?
I don't have an official time. I didn't notice when we started, but it is, I can guarantee you, the longest match in AIW history.
I'm talking crazy, half past the clock, you rappers do, game shit, just face it, I'm chopping food, massive my money poo-poo, my beats banging, fuck what you rapping, who produced you, I slap the snap, take what you got and run the juice,
Dillinger finally stirring, but Dominic Garrini, the winner, your first ever AIW Cibernetico de Mayo.
I do not envy either of these men. They put it all on the line.
It's all a joke between Michael Jackson's and Carson fitting. Cut the music here real quick. Dominic Garrini.
You've just won Cibernetico.
In winning the Cibernetico, nobody knew this going into it, but I was informed during the course of the match that all of you were not just competing for pride or from fans. You are now the #1 contender on May 21st at Gauntlet for the Gold at the Tadmor Shrine in Akron, Ohio, down the road from where you grew up, Dominic Garrini. One-on-one for the absolute and intense titles against Matt Cardona.
Wow!
That's like an hour, right? Wow. Okay. About 6.5 months ago, I thought I was never going to wrestle again. True story. Doctors didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I was getting MRI after MRI done. And during that time, I sat behind that curtain because I love this company so much that I produce shows. I host the dumb time. I think it's cool. I stayed around for guys like Derek Dillinger, for members only, guys like that. I didn't stick around for people like Matt Cardona.
Fuck that guy.
Matt Cardona is the antithesis of what AIW is not. Some people would say I'm one of the antithesis of what AIW is.
Correct.
The godfather of this company is Josh Prohibition. Make no joke about that. But I would say I'm the heartbeat of this company.
Yeah?
And on May 21st, I'm bringing those belts back home in my hometown in front of my parents. To give them something to finally be proud of. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thanks for sitting through a 60-plus minute main event. We love you all. See you guys in Akron on May 21st. Broski, you better learn how to get chopped, buddy. 'Cause I'm bringing the heat.